The world now is living through the global coronavirus epidemic. Assume you're doing all the right things by washing your hands, not touching your face, and physically distancing yourself. But self quarantine, physical isolation, and changes to your usual daily routines can create several challenges for your physiology, your psyche, and for your health in general. In this guide, we will explore the biggest potential pitfalls of quarantine times, look into ways to avoid them, and provide scientifically proven methods on how to adapt and how to embrace the new lifestyle to optimize your mental health, physical health, and productivity. In normal life, your main daily occupation, like your job or your school, usually has requirements which regulate your daily routines. Routines like your sleep schedule, the amount of physical movement, your diet habits, the level of mental and social engagement. When such external regulation no longer exists, you are left to regulate your schedule yourself. Additionally, physical distancing can limit you from your usual social interactions, your hobbies, and sport activities. On the top of all of that, your normal communication channels now have a bombardment of anxiety-inducing, alarming news and messages. This distortion to your normal life and routines can trap you and make you fall into a number of pitfalls, such as irregular sleep hours, lack of movement, lack of mental stimulation, social isolation, excessive electronic screen use, and poor diet habits. All these factors are critical and fundamental for your physical and mental performance and health, so falling into these pitfalls can lead to sleep problems, poor productivity, low mood, health problems, and in some cases anxiety and depression. But this does not have to be this way. By avoiding these pitfalls and following certain guidelines, you can adapt to new times, prevent negative consequences, and unveil new hidden benefits. The key factor to optimize your life during quarantine is to create and follow strict daily schedule. And the fundamental element of your daily routine is your sleep schedule. Wake up and go to bed at the same time as you normally did before quarantine. Do it consistently every day, including weekends. The optimal waking up and going to bed time is individual and it depends on your chronotype. However, sleep experts suggest that for most people, the optimal time to wake up is in the window from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and the optimal time to go to bed is 10 p.m. to midnight. This is because of our body's natural circadian rhythm and the fact that it mimics the sun's rising and falling. Regardless of the time that you choose, do pick a particular time that works best for you and then stick to it on a daily basis. An extra tip is to keep your bedroom night temperature between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius or 62 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Research has shown that it is one of the fundamental factors for good quality sleep. Also, make sure that air in your room is properly ventilated. You and your family members are now spending more time at home and deplete more room oxygen and expel more carbon dioxide. Proper ventilation will ensure healthy concentration of oxygen in the air, and that would help to improve sleep quality, but also improve the productivity during the day. Spending time at home may also mean not enough sunlight exposure. So, in the morning, stand next to your window and get at least 15 minutes exposure to direct sunlight. This will help you to synchronize your circadian rhythms with your sleep cycles. The next element is physical movement. During quarantine times, we are physically confined to our homes, so the amount of our daily movement drops. And movement is an absolutely essential element of our body's normal healthy performance. Movement increases blood flow to the body and the brain. As a result, our bodily organs, including our brain, get more oxygen and more required nutrients. This stimulates the release of those chemicals that turn up our brain's dimmer switch. So, as an immediate effect for the next few hours after the exercise, you get a boost for your brain performance. Numerous studies show that 30 to 60 minutes exercise session leads to substantial improvement in cognitive function, to better decision making, better moods, better focus and concentration, better productivity, and better ability to learn. However, during quarantine, don't exercise longer than 90 minutes. Prolonged exhausting exercise can actually reduce your performance and can temporarily reduce your immune system. So 30 to 60 minutes exercise is optimal. To normalize your body's natural need for movement, you should schedule daily exercise into your routine. To optimize your energy and productivity levels and to increase variety of activities, you can strategically plan in short exercise sessions throughout the day. One of the best times to start exercise is in the morning. This helps your body to naturally wake up, to balance body's hormones, and to set a good mood and productive trajectory for the day. If you're not able to schedule a proper training session in the morning, just do a 5 minutes exercise after waking up. You can do it in front of the window with sunlight to get your morning sun exposure. Choose exercise depending on your fitness level. Cardio and high-intensity interval trainings are the best activities to increase blood flow to your brain. Dancing is also a great way to increase blood flow. If your fitness level does not allow that, just do at least 5 minutes of stretching. If you just had 5 minutes exercise in the morning, schedule a proper 30 to 60 minutes exercise session in the afternoon. However, at least an hour after the lunch. By this time, you may start feeling sleepy and low energy again. Exercise would be a change of activity and would help to re-energize and to reawaken your body. If you had a longer exercise in the morning, still have a quick exercise in the afternoon. When you exercise, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. The endorphins trigger a positive feeling in the body, similar to that of morphine. The feeling that follows a workout is often described as euphoric, and it is known as runner's high. It is accompanied by a positive and energizing outlook on life, which is exactly what we all need now. And you don't need a gym or special equipment to do a proper exercise. YouTube has hundreds of free exercise tutorial videos. Cardio or high-intensity interval training, aerobics, and dance exercises are all effective. You can do strength training at home as well. Try to work out most days of the week. It will help you to achieve better moods, stronger immune system, and higher productivity. And whatever time you choose to exercise, don't exercise 4 hours before falling asleep. If you do it too close to sleep time, your body will still be too active and you would have sleep problems. The next important factor is mental hygiene. Global epidemic and quarantine lifestyle puts extra stress on our psyche, increases anxiety levels, and challenges our mental well-being. Proper hygiene is an essential factor for mental health, and during quarantine, it is as important as washing your hands. It will help to relieve stress, decrease anxiety levels, and improve your overall mental well-being. Imagine your mental state as a jar. Hearing information about the virus and all associated dangers increases our anxiety level. Limited, healthy amount of anxiety is good for us. It stimulates us to take preventive and protective actions, such as washing your hands, avoiding touching your face, physical distancing, and finding and acting upon new adaptive strategies. However, when we start getting more news and details, the anxiety increases above healthy level. Then we hear many of our social contacts repeating the news, and our anxiety increases even higher. Some very anxious people start panicking, and the anxiety is very contagious itself, and it spreads to other people and increases your anxiety level even more. We keep seeking and hearing alarming messages, some of which are not even true, and our anxiety jar fills up completely. If this happens to us, we ourselves can start infecting other people with anxiety. If such state is repeated over several days, it becomes detrimental for our physical and mental health. So what can we do about it? First of all, limit your news intake to a healthy minimum. Limit yourself to only few trusted news sources like the World Health Organization or an official local news feed. Update yourself only once or twice a day. Intake only as much information as is needed to make necessary decisions and actions. The second way to reduce anxiety is to catch and kill ants, automatic negative thoughts. Major source of the anxiety are not the news themselves, but associated negative thoughts. Many of these thoughts repeat over and over in your head. They can repeat thousands of times, and each time adding to your anxiety jar. So, how do we fight ants? The first step is awareness. You need to recognize the thought. Here is an example of an automatic negative thought. I know I have time to do something useful, but I screw up as always. The second step is to challenge the thought by asking yourself questions. Do I know that it is 100% true? Is this thought helpful? The third step is reframing your thought to be more accurate and constructive. This situation caught me off guard. It is okay to be anxious and not to know what to do. But moving forward, I can take necessary steps to improve. How do you feel about this new thought? The third powerful technique to reduce anxiety is meditation. Thousands of peer-reviewed scientific studies proven that meditation and mindful techniques decrease anxiety, improve mental state, and improve overall brain's health. There are numerous meditation techniques with proven efficacy. Investigate them on your own and learn about different techniques. And we will quickly go through two simple but effective techniques which are easy to learn and practice. One of the easiest techniques is breathing meditation. Here is one version of it. Simply close your eyes and focus your attention on breathing. Observe how you inhale and air goes through your nose and how your belly expands. You can even put one of your palms on your belly and feel it. Then observe how you exhale. Count each breath from 1 to 10. Then start over again from 1. When your thoughts drift away, bring them back to breathing. Do it for about 10 minutes. The next meditation is Love and Kindness meditation, or in short, LKM. You start this meditation by wishing love and kindness to yourself by repeating, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace." You keep repeating it for several minutes. After some time, expand these wishes to your loved ones. You imagine the person you love sitting in front of you and you repeat, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace." After several repetitions, you expand your circle of love and kindness even further by imagining somebody you are neutral about, like a cashier at the grocery store, and you send the same wishes to that person. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. The next level is to expand your circle of positive wishes to somebody you have a conflict with or you do not agree with. Imagine them sitting in front of you and say, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace." LKM meditation helps to develop positive feelings toward yourself and others. Imagine that when you practice meditation, you open up the lid of the jar and allow all the ants and anxiety to evaporate from the jar, leaving you calm and relaxed. Fill up your jar instead with warm feelings from social interactions. Physical distancing should not be confused with social isolation. Social connection is the fundamental factor of emotional health. So talk to your friends and loved ones at a distance. Engage in deeper conversations and learn more about each other. The next factor is your diet. When people are stressed, anxious, or simply bored, they can fall into a pitfall of eating away their problem with simple carbohydrates, such as cookies, chips, and cakes, hoping that it will make them feel better. However, it is a trap, and here is why. Let's look at what happens to your blood sugar level when you consume these products. Within the first 30 minutes of consumption of these foods, your blood sugar level jumps up very quickly. This is when you feel surge of energy. Your mood might even get elevated as the level of happiness hormone serotonin may jump up as well. However, it does not last very long. Soon your blood sugar level drops, and your mood and energy along with it. This is when you feel energy crash, low mood, and sleepy. Your cognitive performance drops as well. Your speed of thought, memory, and learning ability drops. 10 years Whitehall study confirmed that such diet leads to reduced cognitive function and increased risk of depression. So instead, go for better energy sources, and there are plenty of delicious and healthy alternatives. Vegetables of different colors, yams and sweet potatoes, whole grains like oatmeal and buckwheat and quinoa, products like whole grain breads and pasta, and various different legumes like beans and chickpeas and lentils. These are much better brain fuel sources. These type of carbohydrates are called slow digesting. They digest slowly and slowly release energy into your body. This is why your blood sugar levels don't have spikes, but rather stay stable. This will allow you to have a good energy, good mood, and stable performance throughout the day. So avoid sugars and fast digesting carbs. Eat slow carbs, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Eat healthy diet at regular hours. And don't eat anything 3 hours before going to bed, as heavy meal would interfere with your sleep cycles. And don't forget to drink plenty of water during the day. Your brain performance significantly drops when you're dehydrated. Also, avoid or limit alcohol consumption. Alcohol gives an illusion of escape, but in reality deteriorates mental health, sleep quality, and immunity. If you do drink, limit alcohol to a maximum of 2 drinks per night or not more than 4 drinks per week. Also, don't drink 3 hours before bedtime, as it would adversely affect quality of your sleep. Following healthy diet recommendations will not only improve your health, moods, and performance, it will also help to boost your immune system. The next factor is work and play schedule. When you constantly stay at home, it is easy to get into a rhythm of mixing work activities and home activities together throughout the day. This is also a pitfall, as it would make you less productive on one side and would not allow you to relax and enjoy other activities. Whether you can do your normal job from home through internet, or you are out of work and have to come up with new activities, following certain protocols will help you to be more productive, more engaged, joyful, and healthy. Working from home is not a vacation and requires new set of skills and habits. The fundamental element is that you should keep your normal working hours and off-work hours. Here's an example schedule. Of course, individual schedules will be different, but the key is to set particular hours for work and do concentrated work in those hours, and to schedule times for sport and other activities. Here we will cover a few tips which will help you to follow your schedule. The first one is dressing for work even when you stay at home. After completing your morning rituals and exercises, change your clothes to a different set of clothing dedicated to work. It does not necessarily have to be office clothes, but changing into a different outfit would tune your body and your mind to work mode. Second tip is to negotiate with people at home your uninterrupted work hours as much as it is possible in your circumstances. The third tip is a good posture. Even though it is tempting to work from sofa or bed, try to work from table if possible. Working with bad posture can lead to back and neck problems. Also, get up and stretch every hour or so. Try to concentrate on work and not to do anything else but work during these dedicated work hours. The next tip is going to help you do that. Make a plan of what needs to be accomplished each day and each week. It is a more obvious task for those who can carry on doing their normal job from home. But even if you're not one of these people, still have a plan for dedicated work hours. It is your chance to do the work that you never had time for before. Here are some ideas of what to do. Write down your vision for the future and what you would like to achieve in your life. Write your plans for the next year and for the next 5 years. Several studies have shown that writing down your vision for the future is proven to substantially increase chances of success in life. Write down your short autobiography. If you had any past or present traumatic experiences, writing them down is proven to be therapeutic. Additionally, the research has shown that writing down about your emotions decreases anxiety and promotes long-term mental health. Analyze your current situation and your strengths and weaknesses. You can also spend your work hours educating yourself on a new subject or planning your current or future career. You can do all of the above tasks without any special tools. But if you do need help, there are many professional tools, and Jordan Peterson online self-authoring tool is one of them. Do spend your scheduled work hours working. However, when you do finish work, stop working and do other activities, and preferably something you enjoy. Change of activity is important for mental health. Since many activities are temporarily not available, you need to find alternative ways to stimulate your brain. Do creative projects like origami, learning to draw, or learning a musical instrument. Play board games with your friends and family. Many websites offer online board games. However, don't get too much carried away and get addicted to computer games. Agree to play for a certain amount of time, let's say for an hour. Play other games with people at home, which will relax you physically and emotionally and will also re-engage your senses. Our brain requires regular stimulation of our senses, which we don't get enough when we stay at home. Re-engage your vision, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting as much as possible, as it provides much needed stimulation for your brain. Ask your partner to brew a tea with different set of spices. Then guess which spices these are. Then reverse. Also, close your eyes and guess a safe object prepared by your partner by touching it. Another fun and memory-stimulating game is remembering directions. One partner suggests the location in your hometown by looking at the digital map. Another partner tries to remember and say out loud all the turns and street names from his or her memory. You can come up with a lot of fun and stimulating activities if you put your mind to it. And the last 2 hours before bedtime, you should allow for a winding down window and do more relaxing activities. Falling asleep is not an on and off switch, but rather a dimmer switch. Reading and meditation are perfect activities for this period. Meditation releases stress, but reading can do it too. You can completely change your environment settings by emerging into the life of the characters of a book you are reading. However, watching TV is a bad idea for winding down period. Also, limit the use of electronic screens, which will overstimulate your psyche, and also expose your eyes to blue spectrum of light, which will disturb your sleep cycles. The last, but perhaps the most important optimization factor for the quarantine time is your attitude. And in the quest to find an inspiration, let's hear a 2 centuries old story from the life of one of the greatest world poets, Alexander Pushkin. In September of 1830, as part of his wedding preparation, Pushkin went to a village away from his hometown. In the following weeks, he has been notified about government-imposed strict quarantine due to cholera outbreak. For the next 3 months, he was locked down in the village away from his fiancée, socially isolated and forced to abandon his previous plans. These 3 months of quarantine time became the most prolific and fruitful period in Pushkin's writing career. He has started new genres and finished many of his best works during this time. Perhaps it is a lesson for all of us to look for opportunities and ways to optimize our lockdown experience. It is understandable that some people might have legitimate hardships. There might be concerns about the health of loved ones and about the financial security. Not everybody is able to easily adapt and to harness the benefits of quarantine times. However, by following the advice of this guideline, you can avoid many of the potential pitfalls. Many people can find hidden benefits and improve their lives, and everybody can improve their physical and emotional state. And that is what will help us to find better solutions to challenges. I would like to end this guide with the words of one of the world's greatest writers, Alexander Hugo. Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise.